fuck gold, bro. Fuck gold. I'm never trading this asset again, dude. Okay, I shouldn't say that, but dude, oh my gosh, I don't know how this didn't hit, bro. I genuinely do not understand how this did not hit. There is, dude. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Um, and the annoying part about it is, I mean, yes, setups are gonna fail, so I understand that. I mean, for one, this is super textbook A plus, dude. Everything aligned perfectly. We're gonna do this recap, of course. So we're gonna truly see if everything did align perfectly. Things we could have looked out for better or whatnot. But dude, I guarantee you, this would have been a perfect trade that I'll take 10 out of 10 times. Even if the shit loses like this every time, I'll still take it because how good it is. Um, but I must take accountability because yes, this unfortunate ass trade happened, but the reason I'm so pissed is because I missed out on generational longs again on NQ because of this shit, dude. Because I'm focused on gold, bro. The one who's been treating me like shit, dude. The whole last week. Um, these are the NQ longs I missed out on, bro. I should have just took this. I shouldn't have even worried or even looked at gold today, dude. If I would have just focused on NQ, dude, I would have made so much today, bro. Anyways, government is no longer shut down. Has officially reopened today. We had news, nothing too significant. It's just orange folder that I really don't give a fuck about. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the trade recap. Um, let's see what we could have done better, whatnot. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. All right, 9 o'clock. So off the rip, I already know what the drawn liquidity is, or I know the target that I'm most likely going to aim for, I should say, because this was indeed not the drawn liquidity for the day. Um, but we have so much stack low resistance that we see on this indicator. We can see we have stack session highs. We have London here. We have Asia here. This is what, Sunday, previous day. It's previous day because it is Monday. So technically it's previous day. And then we have this 4 hour up here and this hourly up here. We just have so much targets to the upside. This is unmitigated, this 4 hour, as well as this 1 hour up here. Yeah, dude, we just have stacked, low resistance liquidity right there. On the higher time frame as well. So I really, really wanted to see us manipulate lower market open, ideally taking this target out, and then reverse and take all that liquidity. That would have been A plus. But considering we already took London out, way like in the morning, like 2-3 hours before market open, we did take liquidity here. Let's see if we reject off of any imbalances because I really don't remember. So there is no imbalance that's getting rejected off of. It's purely just the sweep here. Now we are generating. I was aware of this, but I figured. Sorry, I still have congested nose and throat. But last week, in the most insane gold move I've ever seen, personally, me, because I haven't traded that much, but that happened last week. And we were this close to taking relatively equal lows out, and we generated a bunch of low resistance liquidity to the downside, and then just ran through all of that liquidity to the upside. I think that would be on the Wednesday and Thursday trade recap. I put 2 recaps in one video because, yeah, but that should be in that video. This is for me to reference too, so I can look back on that if I'm ever looking back on this video. But yeah, so I figured, maybe we don't want to run all this. We could probably just run this up here and then continue lower. That was pretty much the idea behind this. We check the hourly. Let's see if we are. Okay, nothing much as well. Not really rejecting, besides this like gap all over here, but nothing over here. Again, the 4 hour right there. I think this was also a daily gap too. They had a massive rejection off of unmitigated daily. Well, this was formed while we were trading, so it wasn't there obviously. But yeah, we already have our manipulation adding to this trend line. So that was definitely, maybe you could say, dangerous. Um, yeah, we do end up running up. We pull back in versus 5 minute. And I was honestly using this 5 minute here as a condition. I wanted to see price respect this, push lower, and take this low out before reversing up. But we end up inversing this 5 minute as well as this 5 minute over here that we currently or previously pushed out of. So I was looking at that as a great level. And since we ran up here, this is pretty much just confirmed what I was talking about earlier about how we probably won't get all of this just like we did last week, and we might just run all this liquidity here. So at this point, I'm looking for a continuation model. Really debated entering off this 5 minute, but I was like, nah, I'm just wait for a confirmation model. I'm not gonna do anything. Not gonna jump the gun here. So strictly waiting for a now. Seeing this, okay, now looking back at this, I do see a crazy rejection wick here off of this 5 minute. Now this is why I do the trade recast, because I'm not as clear-headed after a trade. So and I wasn't looking at the charts or looking at this trade at all after the trade. It's been literally like 12 plus hours since I traded or even looked at this. So yeah, this is great. This is good while we're doing this. I like this. Should have took this into consideration like heavily, especially seeing that rejection wick that we made on the 5 minute. We do pull back into this 5 minute though, and at this point, if we get an entry to the upside, we're gonna take that. We have a perfect 2 minute here. I actually really like the close that we had. It looked pretty solid. Break even point at this high up here, and let's see if this ever got hit. I think we already hit. Yeah, we definitely hit the OTU here, or at least the CE of that rejection wick. But I didn't take that too much in consideration. I wanted to see this high get hit because I was just so bullish. We end up chopping. We do come back up, and right when we come up here, I'm like, all right, this shit should run. That should hit break even. I was pretty confident in it, but now we come back down. We run back up once again, and then boom, we get stopped. In this trade, I actually extended my stop loss because I was like, okay, I could definitely see a deeper retrace. So I extended my stop around down here, somewhere around there. Yeah, and then I did see a nice, at this point I wasn't even looking at the 1 minute chart anymore. I was just looking at the 5 minute. We ended up making a pretty nice wick, but then came in closed. Not big of a whip. We were like up here, somewhere around there, and then the next couple of 5 minutes just wrecked us, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? There's just no way this didn't play out. I was so disappointed, bro. But now seeing that 5 minute right there kind of showed me why, but the reason why I was also pretty confident, this was while I was in mid trade as well. So this was after the 5 minute, that 5 minute issue happened. But I really wanted to see us close. We were in drawdown during this period, but I wanted to see us close above this 15 minute to at least throw a little bit more confirmation that we could run up and at least take this recent high up here. Unfortunately, did not happen. Did the same thing that we did last week. I think on Thursday, we inversed the 50 minute and then dump lower. Really just some bullshit, bro. But yeah, honestly, not even a bad trade. I would still take this. Even though this 5 minute happened, I still should have been a bit more cautious on that. But, I really did like this trade. I mean, let's see, there's no other inverses, right? Why is this taking forever, dude? I'm trying to get to bed. Yeah, dude, this looks really solid. Our entry was at this 4 minute as well. I mean, look at this close. Completely filled this 4 minute. Very, very great candle close right there. This looked awesome. I really like this trade. And the majority of why I like this trade so much was strictly on the draw liquidity. This looks so obvious that we would just run all of this, bro. But yeah, I mean, shit happens, bro. But yeah, now let's go over briefly about the NQ trade. Now this trade really hurt because, bro, I should have took this, dude. I don't even really remember what the analysis was. So we have London up here. We do take liquidity here. Now, I don't know if we hit this. I think we did, but this is the level I really, really wanted to see get hit. I really wanted us to hit the 50% mark of this entire range that we built. If we check here on ES, not really much of an SMT or anything. We do have an imbalance currently there on the 15-minute. If we check the hourly, we have an hourly, and I think we have a 4-hour too. Yeah, we have a 4-hour. So yeah, that would be great rejection level. We also have this very, very high time frame SMT here. So boom, boom, right there. Yes, boom, boom, right there. In terms of targets, honestly, what I really, really liked was this 1 hour and 15 minute that we had up here that was unmitigated. We'll check later when I play out price to see the actual, we'll do this. To measure it, or I don't even know what you call this, like how you measure it, but yeah, measure that range or whatever. Holy shit, we did this completely wrong. I'll just wait. But yeah, we're gonna get to market open. So market opens, and pull this back here. Dude, this was perfect. Right when this got hit, dude, this is all I needed to go long. We already swept liquidity. Honestly, let's see if we hit this gap too. Yeah, we filled this 5-minute as well. That's perfect, bro. Yeah, I just wanted to see that 50% mark get hit before we go long. Of course, that would not be great if we edge that. We had an insane candle right here, just like we did last week on Friday. Now, technically, it wasn't valid because we hit the break-even point, but this is really just a CISD or a break of structure. And if anything, you could have gone break-even. One thing I didn't like was that we hit this. This was a great break-even point. But since that already got hit, right after, you know, I don't even know what I'm saying. I just lost my train of thought. But anyways, let's go to 30-minute. We had a nice 30-minute right there for another good break-even point. That gives the trade a little bit more breathing room. And we have that 15-minute up here, right there, and then also right there. Now I'm going to mark, see what this aligned with. This aligned with OTE. This was so perfect, bro. 2-minute got inverse round right there. 3-minute, same thing with that 1 minute. Dude, this is so unfortunate, man. I'm so disappointed and sad. And yeah, that shit just delivered, man. All the way up here to this OTE zone. And then from here, we sold off. I think we actually gave a losing trade. Okay. I mean, I really wouldn't look to short here. I mean, longs look very nice. But at this point, I don't really see what else we would target. We kind of rejected off this level here. Had a nice reaction. But this is more of a pattern trade off that 5-minute. And I'll go over that on the week recap. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Missed out on this. Hurts, but bro, what can you do? I mean, I can't crash. I can't even crash out, bro. Like, what the fuck? This is so annoying and unfortunate, but hey, man, just need to be quicker, bro. I've been being slow this past week. I've just been being so slow with executions, and whatnot. So yeah, I just gotta be quicker. Also, last week I wasn't really trading at my best. I was hesitating a lot on entries. I was missing out on all the winning setups, and I was taking break evens and fucking losses. So that shit was pretty annoying. Glad I got to review myself on that, check myself up, and I mean, can't change the past. So all we can do is come into the next coming days and just do better. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. We'll see how the rest of this week goes. I mean, the government has opened back up, so hopefully that, you know, makes price action a bit better. Not that it hasn't been good or anything. Good setups have been presenting itself. It's just I've been a pussy and have just been, for some reason, hesitating on entries. Not really usual of me. I don't know what's getting it. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering again. I don't know what's gotten into me, but I think that's going to be it for this trade recap, man. I'm going to go to bed because I'm so tired. And yeah, that's going to be it. Probably upload this tomorrow. One last look at this, bro. One last look at this. There's no fucking way this didn't get hit. There's just no way. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. I figured maybe in the overnight session after this move, once I saw this reaction, I was like, okay, we should, probably run this up overnight or save it for tomorrow. But no, look, we're just dumping back down, bro. Like, what the fuck? If this doesn't get hit this week, I'm gonna do something that I don't want to do. I'm just yapping. Alright, that's gonna be it for this trade recap. Finna go to bed and sleep like a baby. Now I got stopped the fuck out. And not only did I get stopped out with extended stop loss, so I lost more than I even wanted to, but I missed out on generational longs. Like, that's the worst, bro. This is the absolute worst of the worst happened to me today. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying, but we're gonna come back tomorrow, bro. This comeback's gonna be crazy. So yeah, it's gonna be it. Peace.